Hey everyone, my name's Jamie Prickett. I'm the CEO of Experior Financial Group. I'm here with one of our top sales managers, Dror David, and I'm not saying his name backwards. His first name is Dror, last name David, and he's one of our top sales managers here at Experior, and he's here today to visit and answer a few questions. So, Dror, just to start off, what's your background before getting involved in the industry?
Good question, and thank you so much for having me. So my background before I got involved in financial services was actually in logistics. So I was a key account manager of a logistics company, and I was moving freight all over the world, dealing with clients. It's a great job, and then I was presented with an opportunity here at Experior, and I took it.
That's right. I remember the first visit. I was lost on the 407 coming down your way, and we met at a Tim Hortons. How long ago was that?
That was about 2.5 years ago.
It's been 2.5 years. Wow. And you weren't licensed when you first looked at Experior.
That's right.
One of the reasons we wanted to have you in today, George, because there are many people that have joined Experior with backgrounds in the industry, 5 years, 10 years, some with 30 years experience. Sheldon, dare I say, 44 years experience in the industry. You came in with no experience whatsoever. So tell me, you must have just been successful right out of the gate, right?
Actually, I wasn't. It's a funny story because I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't know anything about my finances personally, and it wasn't until I came to Experior where I got the training, the support, the leadership, and the mentorship to really put my financial plan together and then learn how to be successful in the financial services industry.
That's awesome. Would you say, is it safe to say that maybe the first year was really just trial and error, kind of figuring things out?
It was by far one of the toughest years I've ever had in my life, actually.
Wow.
So a lot of times I was actually on the brink of quitting. But it wasn't until I had a very deep conversation with one of my executive directors, Frank DeLeo, and he really pushed me into changing my mindset and becoming coachable and then becoming successful in the industry. And I've never looked back since. And I'm so thankful for that information and for the guidance that I got from him.
How important was it for you to have a coach to work with? Someone like a Frank DeLeo. I know you guys butt heads sometimes, as we often do with the people that are mentoring us, but how important was that, do you feel, in your success, having that coach?
Well, being an athlete myself for many, many years in soccer, hockey, and football, as I kind of had to translate the information that I got as an athlete into now a professional. And again, going back to mindset, I had to change my mindset to be open to the information that I was getting. And instead of being a know-it-all, I became a learn-it-all.
Right.
And I saw how important it was to actually be open to the information that you're getting. Yeah. When you're looking up at someone who's more successful than you, you ask, how did he become more successful? And how can I become as good as he is, if not better?
Wow, that's awesome. And the fact that you came from a sports background, it doesn't surprise me when I see you having the success that you're now having. I know for myself personally, when I was very competitively into wrestling, as you're competitive even to this day in soccer, I realized then, and probably the same thing you realized, that 90% of winning is up here.
That's right.
What would you say one key tip for people watching, like the brand new person, the person that's not even licensed yet, just getting started, wants to know, how do I start making this kind of money, and have this kind of success? Because maybe they're spinning their wheels right now like you were. What's one piece of advice that you'd have for them?
Really, the one piece of advice that I would have is to be patient. I think it's very, very, very important to be patient when you're in a business like this. It's not going to happen overnight. You really look at any successful person anywhere in the world, they didn't become millionaires or billionaires overnight. Sure. It takes a while, and you got to be patient, and you got to plug in, and you got to align yourself with the right people that are going to allow you to have success.
Right. So now you are now in a position of coaching. What do you like about coaching yourself for that new person when you're working with them? What inspires you to want to build an agency here to work with those people?
Great question. And actually, my coaching background started in soccer. I was a soccer coach for 13 years, and actually this business made me quit coaching. Not in a bad way, but in a way where I said to myself, okay, now I can run a business and I can coach people in other ways.
Wow.
And what I love about coaching, just like in soccer now, is when that one agent learns how to write that first policy, or learns how to help that one Canadian, and at the end of the day makes that first paycheck, and they come back to me and they say, I can't believe I made so much money, and in such an easy way and in a fun way as well.
And it's almost, and you probably feel the same way I do. You're emotional about it because it's almost more fun watching other people have success than you having it yourself.
That's right.
Right, and that's a part of coaching, and that's a part of winning in business, which is awesome. So if you had to say right now your sales manager, one of the top in the organization in the sales manager category, but obviously you want to get into the big leagues, you want to become an executive director, I'm assuming early, maybe mid next year, right? What's your ultimate goal? What do you see? Because I mean, obviously I know in the short term you want to become executive director, you're already making over 6 figures, you know, with your income at this point. What's your ultimate goal? Where would you like to see Dror David, and what's his legacy at Experior going to look like?
Right. So one of my goals is to have an office in every single province of the country.
Nice.
My goal is to constantly be promoting new financial advisors, bringing new people into this amazing industry, and having people being promoted every single day, every single month, every single year. And I want to see people under my team succeed with my guidance and my leadership as has been done to me. I'm so thankful for the leadership and the guidance that I've gotten from you and from other executives and from other teammates that we have here in the agency. I want to do the same.
So my next question for you, I want to switch gears a little bit here. There's obviously a lot of people scouting talent out there in this industry. I mean, you can't go a day at your caliber and you're posting out there how great things are. You're probably getting people coming up to you from other MGAs, other insurance companies, investment companies coming at you. What is it that's kept you so grounded at Experior?
It's a great question, and there's a lot of things that have kept me here at Experior for the last 2 years and will keep me here for a very long period of time. A lot of people offer me a better opportunity, quote unquote, and when I put it up against what Experior has offered and still continuously has to offer, there's just nothing better for me. The mentality here at Experior, the family, the connections that I've built here with people, there's nothing like it. And coming from a world where I was working in an office and I was making good money before, and then coming here, there's nothing that's been able to compare to what Experior has to offer.
Awesome. And I think one of your focuses is because you want to have the expansion all throughout the country, the real compensation is on the builder's side of the model.
Yes.
Right? Which obviously is the glue that's going to keep that true-blooded entrepreneur, person that wants to build something massive. It's going to keep them grounded. So if you had to say to someone that's looking at Experior now, so maybe they're not at Experior, maybe they're with another brokerage, or maybe they're just looking at getting into the industry, what are a couple of things that you would share that makes Experior special and why they should probably consider this a place to plant their flag?
Well, I think the most important thing they need to consider is the support that you're going to get when you come to Experior. We're all on different groups. We all have each other's contact information. At any time that you need support, there's always someone here for you. And I think that's very, very important, especially if you're starting out as a new advisor.
Yeah.
Even as a seasoned advisor, there's many people that I hear about that are kind of left alone at the place of business that they're at. When you come to Experior, you're never alone, right? And I'm one of the people that loves answering others when they have questions because I know what it feels like to be alone in an industry or in an office. So I think the most important aspect of joining a different MGA or a different company is what kind of support are you going to get in order to be successful? We all want to be successful. What are the tools that we're going to be given in order to be successful?
That's awesome. One last pointer for that new person again. What would you tell them right now? After they're done watching this video, what steps should they take right now today to get their business moving?
I would say connect yourself with your upline. Make sure you're connected to people that are going to help you out and use the tools that you've been given. There are such a vast array of tools and support systems that have been put in place by Jamie and by the executives. There's literally no chance for you to fail if you listen and you follow the process and you plug in. That's the most important point that I would say to someone, just joining or considering joining. Align yourself with the right people, and there are people here that are going to help you be successful.
That's awesome. Dror, it's a pleasure having you in, my friend, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, if you like this video or any of the other videos that I have on my channel, stay tuned. We have so many more coming, but I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you know when they're coming. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell.